Attention Formula One fans, can you imagine a scenario where Checo Perez returns to the top category of motorsport, but not with Red Bull or another traditional team, but with a revolutionary new project? After his departure from F1, many thought his story in the Grand Circus had come to an end. But rumors are growing. Checo could be in talks with Cadillac for a possible return to the grid. Yes, you heard that right. The partnership between General Motors and Andretti is still looking for a way into F1 and needs an experienced driver with talent and a strong fan base. And guess what? Checo Perez fits that profile perfectly. But how realistic is this? What are the chances of Checo returning with Cadillac, and what impact would his comeback have on F1? Stay until the end because we're going to analyze all the information, rumors, and possibilities of Checo returning to Formula One with an entirely new team. After his departure from Formula One, many thought that Sergio Checo Perez's career in the top category was over. However, in the world of motorsport, second chances and unexpected comebacks are not as rare as they seem. Now, with rumors that Checo is in talks with Cadillac, the possibility of the Mexican driver returning to F1 is generating great expectations. To understand how viable this comeback could be, we first need to analyze the current F1 landscape and the project that Cadillac, in partnership with Andretti Global, wants to bring to the grid. The American team has been trying to enter Formula One for some time, backed by General Motors and its luxury brand Cadillac. Although the FIA approved their bid to join the championship, Formula One as an organization has not yet given the green light to the project. The main obstacle has been the resistance of existing teams, which do not want to share the financial pie with an additional team. Despite these obstacles, Andretti and Cadillac have not given up and continue to push for a spot on the grid in the coming years. And this is where Checo Perez comes into the equation. A new team needs an experienced driver, someone who not only has talent behind the wheel, but can also bring a strong fan base and an attractive commercial image. Checo is an ideal figure for this, as his time with Red Bull has made him one of the most popular drivers in the world, especially in the Latin American and US markets, where F1 has grown significantly in recent years. But how likely is it that Checo Perez will accept this offer if negotiations are actually happening? To answer this, we must analyze his situation after leaving Red Bull. After several seasons with the Austrian team, where he had moments of glory but also faced heavy criticism, his relationship with the team deteriorated. At first, Checo was key in helping Max Verstappen secure his first championship in 2021. But over time, Red Bull's pressure and demands made his performance inconsistent. In his final season with the team, his results were not as expected. With the arrival of young talents like Liam Lawson and Red Bull's interest in drivers like Daniel Ricciardo, Checo's future with the team became uncertain until he was ultimately let go. After his departure, several options for his future were speculated. Some believed he could join Audi when the German brand officially enters F1 with Sauber in 2026. Others suggested he could return to IndyCar or the WEC, categories where experienced drivers have found new opportunities after leaving F1. However, the idea of returning to Formula One with an entirely new team like Cadillac could be an attractive challenge for a driver like Checo, who has proven to be a fighter both on and off the track. The key to this potential move lies in the Cadillac Andretti project. If F1 finally approves their entry into the category, the team will need to establish itself quickly and have a driver who not only has the experience to develop a new car, but also the mindset to lead the team in its early years. Some might argue that a debuting F1 team will not be competitive right away. However, history has shown that with the right backing and a solid development plan, a new team can surprise many. Remember the case of Braun GP in 2009, a team that rose from Honda's ashes and ended up winning both championships in its debut season. For Cadillac, having a driver like Checo would also be commercially valuable. The brand has been looking to position itself globally, and F1 is the perfect platform for that. Additionally, the Latin American market is crucial for the automotive industry, and having a driver like Perez leading their project could attract important sponsors. Let's not forget that Checo has had strong relationships with companies like Telcel, Claro, and Banorte. brands that might see the opportunity to continue supporting him in a new F1 adventure. On the other hand, there are risks and challenges in joining a new team. For Checo, returning to F1 with Cadillac would mean starting from scratch in a project that likely won't be competitive in its early seasons. Unlike his time at Red Bull, where he had a race-winning car, he would now have to face the harsh reality of a growing team with all the difficulties that entails. Additionally, the uncertainty surrounding whether Cadillac will actually enter F1 is a crucial factor. If the category continues blocking their entry, the project might not materialize, leaving Checo without options in F1. Another aspect to consider is Checo's age and his future in motorsport. At 34, he still has a lot of talent and experience, but F1 is a category that constantly seeks fresh blood. If he bets on Cadillac and the team takes several years to become competitive, he could find himself in a difficult situation where his F1 career ends without having had a real chance to fight for strong results. Despite all this, the appeal of an F1 return is hard to ignore. Checo has always been a driver who knows how to find opportunities in the most unexpected moments. He did it when he was dropped by Racing Point and ended up at Red Bull, where he proved he had what it took to compete at the highest level. Now, with the possibility of becoming the face of a new team, he could write a new chapter in his career and solidify himself as one of the most important figures in Mexican motorsport history. Of course, for now, everything is just rumors and speculation. There is no official confirmation that Checo is in negotiations with Cadillac. However, the pieces fit together, and the idea is not far-fetched. In the coming weeks, we might get more information about the team's future and whether they truly plan to sign an experienced driver to lead their project. If this happens, Checo's return to F1 could become one of the most exciting stories in motorsport in recent years. Meanwhile, fans remain attentive to any updates. Will this be the path Checo takes? Will we finally see Cadillac on the F1 grid, or is this just another rumor in the ever-changing world of motorsport? Leave your opinion in the comments and tell us what you think about the possibility of him returning with a completely new team. Would it be a good decision, or should he look for other options outside of F1? I'll be reading your comments, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more motorsport content. See you in the next video.